not gonna go through their phone or take their phones unless we like have a reason to. But we gotta respect their privacy, you know.
Actually,
Huh?
no. Actually, yeah, no. Actually, no, yeah. Do look at their shit. That's also another thing about being a responsible fucking parent is looking at what your children are watching. Is
Yes, but I'm talking literally taking it every night and go through it. That's like I wouldn't want my parents to do that. I've never done shit. I do good in school. I never smoked. I never done anything. I've never skipped school like that. And they have never went through my phone. It's about respect. You gotta respect your child too. You know?
And if they did, they would have found out some things, though. And in turn,
But do you want them
able
to
to
lie
help
to
you.
you? That's what you have to think about it. You have to think about the
they're not
more
gonna lie.
you
They're not gonna
they're
lie.
always-
restrict, the
no,
more
okay.
they're gonna
If you
lie
have
to you.
evidence,
No, but then they're gonna keep hiding shit from you instead of you. If you give them a reason to trust you and come to you when there's problems, that's what I do with my mom. I go to my mom with personal shit, and the only reason I go to my mom with personal shit is because she has proven to me that she respects me and she trusts me. She gives me that trust. She like puts me like what do you call it, like in a leash, kind of like she keeps me close when I was younger, and if I would like lie to her if I was younger, but then she taught me that the more I prove to her that she can trust me, the longer leash she gives me. So the longer I could stay out and the more I could go out and stuff, you know? You can't just like invade your kids' privacy and make them lie to you. That's why strict parents
not
always their
invading,
kids.
just
Yes,
you
if
gotta
you
do it
go
once
through
in a
their
while,
phone
though.
and don't respect them and stuff. No, you can sneak around
No,
and you can see what they're doing
because, like,
without literally
uh,
going through their phone and like,
no,
not respecting their
because
privacy.
most shit is on the phone.
yeah,
You
that
can
is
find out
true.
a lot of shit about your
Like
kid.
yeah.
But how would
No,
you
it's
do
like
it
it's also
without
like
them
it's
losing
also like
trust in you?
Well, they won't. Cause
well, I
I'm like,
mean,
bro, if
you
you're
gotta
in a shitty
ask.
relationship
Or
or you're in
honestly,
a
like
shitty situation and you're not telling me about it,
or like I wouldn't just like shit like take that shit. I'd be like, son, let me check your phone. Or like every once in a while, be like,
yeah,
just to see what he's up to. And he's like, no, 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 no. Then like,
then
come on,
that's us.
no, like that's us. Because like the internet, my like that
But
shit
it's not only the internet,
corrupt.
it's your friends too. Like, oh, what are
That
they
shit, yeah, like that
talking
shit
to you
could
about?
that shit
What are you
that shit
doing with, especially with dudes or girls in that way.
that shit could
So
corrupt your kids. Nasty, nasty.
you can help
So
them
like.
a lot by that. But
Like what
not,
happens
not
like what happen okay like let's say cause like let's say you have a son and then you go through his phone and it's like son, can I go through your phone, or like, son, I want, whatever, right? And then like they have a bunch of like fucking Andrew Tate shit like on YouTube or something, like this nigga, and it's like I don't want my son watching Andrew Tate, or like I don't want my son fucking listening to Kanye or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you raise them so they don't be like that. It's all about how you
But
raise them.
no,
It
'cause
is.
no,
My brother's
'cause-
not like that. And he is on the internet all day now. He's been gaming. He's been on everything.
how old is he?
Okay? He's 21 now. He has a girlfriend. He has an apartment. He has a good job. And he has never ditched school. He's never done drugs. He's never smoked other than like cigarettes. Because my mom is very like, if you want to try, you can try.
But where are
Just
you
don't
raising
get
your
addicted.
kids?
What?
Where are you raising your kids? Where are you gonna raise your kids?
Where we're gonna raise them?
Like,
In a good environment.
no, but like
That's all
where
I-
though? Like America, Denmark. I'm talking about like where y'all
oh,
going?
oh no.
Because that's all.
We don't know
I'm
that.
telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. If you raise them here, it doesn't fucking matter how good you raise them. Like, I'm telling you right now.
No, over
School
there, 'cause
system.
You can't really
School-
prevent.
Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter how like
No
how
matter
fucking
how.
well you raise them. They're gonna meet. They're gonna have fucking friends. And they're
Friends,
gonna be
exactly.
raised fucking
Yeah.
differently.
We do
And-
too over here. My brother, he had a shitty ass friend. He was called Lucas. And he tried to get my brother into doing dumb shit. I had a girlfriend. She was called Delay. She tried to make me smoke. And I straight up told her, no, I'm gonna go home. Because she said, because I wanted to go to the soccer field and just like talk and stuff. And she didn't want to do that. But she said, if you smoke a cigarette, I will go with you. You know? And then she literally smoked because she was smoking and I didn't. And she put it up to my face. And I said, if you even, I'm not gonna smoke. I'm just gonna go home. Straight up there, I just left. My brother, he has very bad influence by Lucas, and Lucas was the one who got him to smoke. But my brother was also raised right for him to say, now you know what, this is not the road I'm gonna go down on. You know?
But it's
It's-
not just about behavior, it's all about relationships too.
Yeah.
with yourself
Yeah, but
and
that's where
others.
that's where you're gonna help them, but you can't.
Exactly, you can't help them if you don't know. Just like with you, for example. They couldn't
Yeah, but you
couldn't
gotta
help you 'cause
trust
they didn't
them.
know. Yeah, if you trust them, then you end up, sorry, use it against you, but you end up kind of like what happened to you. Like shit, to be honest. And I feel like if they would have known, they would have been able to help you.
No,
In that-
because
in
the
this- in a-
thing
in a
is,
way, Cause like,
they
oh,
didn't know it
you're
was
not
that
supposed to-
bad, but they
Exactly,
they
didn't
did
know it was that
know.
bad. They
No,
could,
but they
they could have
knew.
known.
Yeah, but I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't like if my mom and my dad went through my phone. I wouldn't. If they asked nicely, and I would say sure, but I would not appreciate if they invaded my privacy. What's on my phone is my
But they coulda-
privacy.
It is your privacy,
Well,
but then again, they could have helped you and get out of that shitty situation that you're in.
Well, I mean, I
But there's
100%.
other ways to
I
figure
said-
that out.
I
No,
said,
but
I
it's-
said,
how-
I
there's
said,
no other
I
ways
wouldn't
'cause you
grab, I
can't-
wouldn't grab, I wouldn't grab.
Yeah,
I
exactly, you
was
wouldn't
saying
grab,
I
you
wouldn't
would
grab. I would
just
ask,
ask.
like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
if
They
you're-
can ask.
Yes,
My mom
but then-
asked to go through my phone once, and I said she could do it. But the way you guys make it seem, like at the moment, it sounded like you would just grab that shit when they
No,
were
we're not-
using
no,
it so
we're
it's
gonna grab.
unlocked.
But I'm just saying,
You know,
how,
you gotta
how are you gonna be
respect
good
them
parents
too.
if you can't help your kid? Like, as a parent, you're supposed to be like, oh, well, you're not supposed to get treated that way, for an example. You know, you're not supposed to be doing this or that. You're supposed to help them out and be like, yeah, you know, what you're in is a shitty situation. Maybe you should look at getting out.
Yeah, and I went to my mom with that because she trusted me and I trusted her. I came to her in that situation when that happened, when I felt ready for it, you know?
Yeah, but then again, you went through all those years of struggle and hardship. And experienced it where you could have been out way easier. If they would have known. Or if they would have
But what was my mom
found
gonna
out.
do? I'm just gonna ask you
Try-
honestly, what
try
was
to
she
convince
supposed to
you?
do?
Like, oh, you're not supposed to get treated that way. Because like you said, you
Have
didn't
you
know.
met me?
You didn't know. You're like, oh, well, I didn't know you're supposed to get treated. Like when you met me, you're like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to get treated this way, yada yada yada. But as a parent, you're like, oh my god, if my daughter is in the same position as you, I'm be like, no, you're not gonna be dating this nigga, because in turn he's hurting you, he's hurting me, and you being with him is not good.
Más tarde, because
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh,
Okay.
well, it's your choice. You can go be with that
Yeah,
fucker if
yeah,
he's doing
yeah.
all this and this and this to you, you
no
know?
tienes extra
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh well, well, it's your fault. It's like, no, you're never gonna see him. You're
Oh.
not gonna talk to him. You're gonna cut all ties.
Oh.
I don't care what you say. At the end of the day,
Más
you're
tarde.
my daughter, and I'm supposed to be here protecting you. You're not gonna be with someone that's treating you like shit
Okay.
because it's hurting you and hurting me. And I don't care what the fuck you say. It's like, oh, I love him, but I love him, but I love him. No, I don't care if you love him. He clearly doesn't love you back. So why are you gonna be with him? You can't change someone like that at all. So if I'm in
And
that
I agree
position, I'm
with
just like,
you.
no, you're not gonna do nothing. You're not going out with him. You're not doing nothing. You're not gonna talk to him from this day forward. You're done. You know?
And I agree on that.
gonna s-
But there's
and-
just a lot
and
of ways
if-
to do that.
No, there's not, cause it's only one way. Cause if I go to you and be like, oh, you should break up with him, 'cause he's treating you. You're like, no, I can change him. I can change him. Like, no.
No, that's why you
he's gonna
treat
keep
it.
hurting
That's
you.
why you raise your daughters. Have you met Katrina? Let me give you an
Yes,
example
and I'm
about
pretty sure
different
you
ways
got
to get raised.
You got raised good too. I know your mom. Your mom's such a loving and caring and amazing person.
Yes, but I didn't learn to stick up for myself. That's where. Okay.
Okay,
You know my
Exactly.
past,
So
Wait,
if
and
you
you
don't know how to
don't
stick up for-
know.
No,
Baby,
because if you don't know how to
stop.
stick
Baby,
up for
stop.
yourself, then I'm gonna stick up for you. Because I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh my, me
No,
knowing
but
like I'm gonna
that's
go to
not-
bed at night. Oh, my daughter is getting mentally and abused, and she's
Are
just
we
sitting there
gonna-
and taking
okay.
it. I'm not gonna be like,
Baby.
oh well, I'm gonna let her date this dude. I'm like, no, you're not dating him. You're cutting all ties with him. Nothing.
Baby,
Because I'm not gonna let you sit there for 4 years and be like, well, you're getting mentally abused, and then he's using you, and then it's like, oh well, not my body, or I'm like, you're my fucking daughter. I'm not gonna sit there and let you take that shit. Not one bit.
Are we gonna argue? Are we gonna
Okay.
have a toxic marriage? Are we? No, we're not. Are we
No, we're
gonna
not.
show? No, listen to me. Cause the only
that's the
reason
thing,
I
no
ended.
matter-
No, stop. I'm talking. The only reason I ended up in that situation because I did not see what true love was because my mom and my dad was the exact same thing. They were toxic, they were arguing, they were yelling at each other, they were cheating about everything I went through, they have went through. I went through the exact same thing as my mother, okay? Because that is what I grew up with. It's also about the environment you grew up in. If we grow up
But
in
I
a
can pre-
good
you can
environment with
prevent
our
that,
kids,
though.
if they see us, yes, because it's about how they see
No,
love.
because
Yes, it is.
No, yes, I know it's that too. But even though people are gonna make mistakes, and if they're in that position and they're not telling me, they're like, oh, well, yeah, he's doing this and this and this, or she's doing this and this and this. And I'm like, bro, like they're not gonna come to me with their relationship like you said, because you didn't, because you were scared. But I would be like, oh, can I see? Because you seem off, or this is happening. I'm not gonna sit there and let my daughter or son go through a shitty relationship, especially at a young
No.
age, and get
And
all
I'm not
this
gonna
mental
let our
trauma with
kids
them.
do that either.
So obviously I'm gonna check through their phone and be like, oh, can I see you? Or can I do this? Can I do that? Because
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit there and let my daughter or son go through a shitty relationship if they don't want to come to me.
And I don't want them to go through that either. I'm just
Yeah, so it's
saying.
preventable.
This also, yeah, but I'm saying it's also important that you just also respect their boundaries and their privacy, and you
No, 'cause
show
that's-
that you
at-
respect
at-
them.
at
Yes, you
some
have
point-
to respect
At
somebody.
some point, it's like at some point, it's like, oh my gosh, she's getting this much disrespected, and I'm just sitting there and letting it happen. I'm letting my own daughter get disrespected
No,
by
that is not
by
respecting her.
someone that is not worthy.
No, baby, because I feel like you're misunderstanding me right now. I'm not saying that you can't go through her phone. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to stick up for her. I'm not saying any
But
of those
what
things.
you're
I'm
saying
just
is
saying.
just let it be. You're like, oh, she's in a shit
No,
relationship,
no,
just let
that's
her
not
be.
what I say. That's not what I said. I did not tell you to let it be. I wouldn't let it be either. You're
Then
not
what I'm
supposed to
saying,
let that
they-
slide. You're
I
not,
understand the
I'm just
environment they're
saying
in
that
and
there's
too
still
is
a thin
bad, but it's
line
like-
between.
No, it's
Listen,
not. Cause,
yes,
'cause if
you
you're
gotta
getting
just-
disrespected, then I'm not gonna let that fucking happen.
We're not supposed to let that happen. You're not
Exactly.
listening
But
to
what
me.
you're
It has
saying is,
nothing to
if
do.
there's a thin line
No.
between their privacy
No,
and
that's
then
not. No,
That's
I'm
what you're
just saying you
saying.
also no, cause you think that I'm talking about that we're gonna let her be in her own relationship where she's
Yes,
gonna
that's
get
what you're
disrespected.
saying.
She don't. No, that's not what I'm
yes,
saying.
you are, because you're saying
No,
because
it
you're
has
saying
nothing
there's a
to do
thin line
with
between
that.
privacy and this and that. It's like, no, if I want to go through your phone, I'm gonna ask you, and then if I see you're in a shitty relationship, I'm gonna be like, well, you're not dating this dude no more.
Yeah, and you're supposed to do that. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you are, because you're saying you shouldn't go through their phone at all.
No, you
should just
think
let
I'm saying
you should just let them
no.
be and float on their own and learn the
No,
hard
did
way.
you hear me agree? Didn't you hear me agree?
No.
I agreed, but I'm just saying that you still gotta let your kids have privacy.
Now when
I'm
it
not
comes
saying
to
that you can't.
if
No,
they're in a
but I'm
good,
not
healthy
talking about that.
relationship,
I'm not talking
I'm gonna
about
be like,
that, baby.
okay,
I'm not
okay,
talking about
okay,
that.
you can be in a healthy, calm relationship.
Baby, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about relationship. I'm talking in general. I'm not talking about them being in bad relationship because then you gotta get involved. I'm
But
talking
most
in
of the time in this
general.
relationship though, and in general, of course in general, but most of the time, girls and dudes are gonna date, especially at that age. And I'm not gonna
They're
sit there
gonna
and be
date
like,
in any age.
and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh well, you know, she has her own
And you're not
privacy,
supposed to
so
do
I'm gonna let her.
that.
That's what you're saying to do though.
No,
You're literally saying they should just
no.
let them be.
Jeremy, is that what
that
I
makes
said?
zero. That makes zero.
Is that what I
fucking
said?
Well, as of right now, no.
Because I'm not talking
be honest,
about
I
you
kinda
not
forgot the
supposed to
start of
get
it, but-
involved. I did not say
Because
that you
she-
shouldn't get
she's
involved.
saying-
Baby,
she's
stop!
saying
I'm talking.
There's a thin
I'm
line. There's
talking.
a thin line between privacy. No, bro. If my daughter's in a shitty,
Overall,
if my
overall.
daughter's in a shitty relationship and she's not letting me go through her phone, I'm gonna go through her phone. And I see she's in a shitty relationship, I'm like, well, you're not dating this dude no more.
But that's
Because
not
not
what
only
I
are you
talked
hurting
about.
yourself, you're hurting me and everyone else around you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That is not what I'm talking about. You think
Then
I'm
what are you
talking about that? You're
You're
not.
talking about.
Let me
you're
talk
saying in
then. Shut up.
general. That makes
Shut
no
up.
fucking sense.
Yes, let me give you an example. I'm talking about that our kids are allowed to have the closed door. I'm talking about that our kids are allowed to talk to their girlfriends and their guy friends without us getting in their business. I'm not saying that we shouldn't get involved if they're in a shitty position. If they do drugs, if they hang out with the wrong friends, we're supposed to get involved, that we're supposed to push them in the right direction. I'm just talking about that I've heard parents let their kids have no privacy. If they hung out with a friend
But I
of
never
the
said I'm not gonna
opposite
let them have
sex,
any
no.
privacy.
No, but that's what I mean. I'm not talking about relationship. If our daughter is in a shitty relationship, we're gonna get involved. Why the fuck would I ever let our kids go through what I went through? Why would I do that? Why?
No, that's what you're saying. You're literally saying, oh, there's a
No,
thin line
that's not
between
what I'm
privacy.
saying.
Do,
I'm
do, do, do,
saying
do.
in over. I'm talking about overall. If they have a girlfriend or boyfriend over, they're allowed to have the closed doors. Yes, we can go knock and kind of get a little feeling of what they're doing, but they're allowed to have the closed door like we had
Not
when
if
you
they're
were
in a shitty
here.
relationship.
No, but I'm not talking about a shitty relationship.
And we
That's
wouldn't
what
know. Because they would, most of the time, they wouldn't tell you.
I'm not talking about a shitty relationship, baby. I'm talking about overall.
That is over.
I'm
That's
talk-
in the general bubble. I'm talking
Yeah,
relationships
but
are in that bubble that you're talking about.
you only pointed at a bad relationship. I'm not talking about a bad relationship. It could be a healthy relationship they're in too. They're allowed to close the doors. That's what
Yes,
I
if
mean.
it's
I
healthy,
mean,
then they can. But if
oh
it's
my
not, then
god.
they can't. That's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't be in an unhealthy relationship because we would
But
get
you
them
wouldn't
out.
know. But you wouldn't know if you didn't go to their fucking phone. Cause what
And I
kid is gonna?
told you you
What
can.
kid is?
Oh my
What kid is gonna tell their
god.
parent, "I'm in a bad relationship right now"? No one is ever
Baby,
gonna say that to their fucking parents.
baby, I said you can go through their phone. I just meant that you should not be, what do you call it? Like, some kids give their phones to their mom and dad, like, on a daily basis because
But I never said I was
the
gonna, I
parents
just
have.
said I'm gonna make sure they're not in a
No,
shitty
but that's
relationship.
what I
That's
mean.
all I said.
Yeah, and all I said is there's still a thin line that they need privacy. I'm not talking about if they're unhealthy relationship. I'm
Yeah,
talking
there's
in
there'll be
general.
privacy if they're in a good position. And that's when they get their privacy. But if they're not, then no. I'm sorry.
And
I
that's
hope.
okay.
No, you're
What?
saying it's not okay.
Stop yelling at me.
No, because it makes zero sense what you're fucking saying.
No, you're
You're
misunderstanding
no, because you're saying
me.
I'm gonna let them struggle just like how you struggled.
No, I don't. Are you not listening to me?
That
I
makes
said
zero
I'm
sense. Why
not
would I
gonna
let
let.
my daughter go through the same shit that you went through?
Baby, I literally said I'm not gonna let our kids go through what I went through. I said that word wise. I said that
And how are
directly
we gonna
to
know
you.
they're going
I'm
through it
not
if you
gonna.
don't go through their phone? Because
Cause we're
obviously they
gonna.
didn't know you're
Oh
going
my
through
god,
it. That
you're
that
not
shit could have been
listening to
easily
me. I said you
preventable.
can go through. I said that you can go through their phone. I'm just saying they're allowed to have their doors closed. They're allowed to hang out with friends without us knowing what the fuck they're talking about. That's what I
If
mean.
they're in a healthy position. That's it.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh shit! Run! 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 Run!